last time. There was some distraction. So, Mr. Duran,
Okay.
I believe you were the one to
No,
propose.
it was.
I was the one who made that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yes,
It's,
you said.
it's okay. Yeah, I just make the motion that we decrease the tax rate by 3 cents.
3%.
3 cents.
I think it come out to be
3 cents?
3 cents.
Okay.
It's 3 cents.
You know.
Is that right, Karen? 3 cents?
It's better to say 3% than 3 cents because of
Whatever
the
it comes-
calculations,
yes.
yeah.
Which one is, we want to reduce the 3 cents, so what is the exact word? 3% or 3 cents?
Well, it would be 3 cents.
Okay.
But right now, the current rate is .10 for $100. But if, that's the rate that we proposed at the last meeting. But what was actually then discussed and then what was adopted was to have a reduction of 1.5%.
Right.
I
So
understand.
we
Make a
come to
motion.
that.
We're talking to the motion that
Just
you
the
made
motion.
first.
Over the thing.
Our motion.
It's just the motion, that's
The
how I
motion is
made it,
made.
and we're repeating the same thing
So,
again.
but what I'm saying is that what was percent is what
Okay.
the word that was used. But you could, if you want it to be cents, we could have it cents, or
3
if you want
cents.
percent, I'm not too sure what it is. but
I don't think we want to change the motion. The motion was made last time,
Yes.
3%. We're going to keep it the same way because
Okay.
otherwise they're going to be confusing.
Okay. that'll
It's
be
3
fine.
cents, it's the same thing, okay, but we're gonna keep it the same way.
Okay.
So the motion
3%.
was 3%.
Yes, to reduce the rate by 3%.
Okay.
I second the motion, and my motion is based on being on the finance committee, reviewing the.
We just need a second.
revenues.
You
Okay.
second?
You
I second.
just have to say.
Now we're gonna vote. So,
But
all
then,
in
you
favor?
need to allow discussion.
Discussion?
Yes, after the motion, you need to
Any
allow
discussion?
discussion. Parliamentary procedure dictates that, okay? And my discussion is that based on the, we sit on the finance committee, and based on the review of revenues and expenses and the projections, that's why we are proposing a 3%, a
Okay.
3 cent reduction on the current.
Any discussion? Because you're proposing that, so any discussion about that? Let's go to vote. Who are in favor? 2. Against? 3. Mr. Faria?
My motion was, based on the fact that we would be suffering a loss when we compile everything, and because of so many programs that might be affected, I make the motion that we, make it by 1.5 instead of,
1.5%.
1.5%.
Correct.
I second the motion based on the fact that we are in the middle of reorganization and we do not have the full report of the audit. We are also in the middle of the audit. So till I have the full report of the audit and till we can assess our situation where we are, what losses we incurred or where we are going in the future, I would like to take it 1.5% this year. And we can see later on if, everything comes out fine, maybe next year we can make another decision. But right now, I agree with 1.5%.
Any discussion?
Yes, the reason I have proposed 3% was the looking at the number the Terry had presented to us, and the number looked, and I felt that 3% was, it was okay. I think we can do it. But, because of course, I made the motion and it was voted down. So at least 1.5% is better than nothing. So that's my.
Any opinion?
Well, going back again, we have reviewed the data, and we think that there's a lot of leeway. There's money available, and we have to keep in mind that we have to do what's in the best interest for the taxpayers of Maverick County. And I have, even during my campaign, I stated that there was a lot of taxpayer dollar abuse. And to clarify that, this is why I'm seconding Mrs. Seth's motion to go ahead and go for a 3% rather than a 1.5. I think that that revenues are coming in well. I think that after reviewing the information provided to us by the controller, by the CFO, I think that there's enough room not only to absorb more than a 3%.
Can I
Okay.
say something?
Yes, ma'am.
I do not agree with the word abused I would say if there was mismanagement or we were not taking the right direction, but I don't think there was any abuse, intentional or unintentional.
Okay.
I concur with what you're saying. I disagree with the word abuse. I think there's a lot of danger of us having to cut programs or affecting people that recover. And until we know the full facts of everything, remember we talked about keeping it at 10 cents. We do want to give the taxpayers a break, and that's why I would recommend the 1.5. And so.
And we'll reevaluate our situation next year. Okay, so we
I
need to
think
vote on this.
I would like to state that the situation, the economy is not improving. It's getting worse in the last few months. And for that reason, I don't think it's in the best interest of the hospital district to decrease at 3% at this point. And for that reason, I'm voting for 1.5% at this point. So can we have the votes in favor?
Can I make a comment, you know, going back to the same comments? I don't wanna, you know, state, or I don't wanna agree to, yeah, there was a misuse of the funds and so on. We did, as board members in past, whatever we have done, we did with whatever was best for the community. And I think that's why we're asking for the audit, if there was something, so it will, you know, come up. But I'm not aware of anything that it had happened that it shouldn't have. So, but anyhow, I just wanted to make a comment and go ahead, you know.
Okay, so
continue.
all in favor for 1.5% decrease?
Okay, I'm gonna go with
I'm gonna go with
1.5%
that too.
because, you know,
Okay,
my
so
proposal was
it's
to-
unanimous?
Unanimous.
Yes.
Okay,
but at
so
least, you know.
unanimous 1.5%.
Okay.
Okay?
Again, we can reevaluate the situation
Yeah,
next
I
year.
agree, I agree. Any other items?
No.
So we're adjourned? All in favor? Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.